Hi there, it's Dave from Vinyl Nirvana. I'm going to go through the process for cleaning your drive platter to accept the new acrylic drive platter if you've purchased that. So you're going to need a cordless drill. You could do this by hand, but it's a heck of a lot easier with a cordless drill. Some isopropyl alcohol is helpful with a couple of paper towels. With the kit, you got these two metal finishing pads by 3M. And you should also be wearing some safety glasses. And if you, are allergic or worried about the oxidation on the platter, also wear a mask. I would typically be doing this outside, and so I'm just going to be illustrating the process here inside, not actually doing it just for the sake of not raising all this dust in my house. So this is a platter that's been done. You hopefully can see that the surface is level now and all clean and ready to accept the platter. And this is one that needs to be done. You can see the belt residue on here. You can see this is somewhat uneven on the top, and this is especially uneven here. I'm feeling this lip is uneven. So I'm gonna show you the process for cleaning that up. So the first thing I do is use the scrub pad to clean the spindle. Well, actually, the first thing you should do is, this has been out for a while, but I would soak a tiny bit of the paper towel in isopropyl and clean off your shaft here, just so all the dust isn't going to stick to that. You're going to clean it again before you put it inside anyway, but I would do it at the start just so that stuff isn't clinging to it. So I start off by cleaning the spindle, and it's as simple as 3 fingers and running it around that and getting that nice and clean. Now, in all the years I've been doing this, I've never had a drill damage this spindle. I know if you go to do this with an AR platter that it will damage it, but the hardened steel on this, I've never damaged one, so hopefully we'll never get to the day where that happens. But basically you're inserting this into your drill, and then different drills tighten the chuck differently. So I'm tightening the chuck on this, so this platter is now in there. And basically I start on the side part, so I run the platter and then I kind of curve this around it. And again, I'm not going to actually do this because I don't want to create the dust inside, but basically I'm running it here for as long as the side surface is getting shiny as that first one that I showed you. Then next, in the same position, making sure that the platter is still firmly in place, I'm basically holding the 2 pads. For some reason 2 pads work better than 1, so I'm always doubling these up. So I take the 2 pads and I'm just concentrating on that lip. So I'm holding that 2 pads right there and running that around several times. And I'll just lift that out. So I'm holding that in nice and tight, cleaning this area here so all of the oxidation and other stuff that might be on there is being removed. If for some reason somebody used an adhesive on your platter at some point, I'd recommend cleaning that off with WD-40 before you use the pads. But that's not often, that's the exception. But if you do find a stain from an adhesive, WD-40 is great for removing that. Then finally, it's just to clean this top part here. And I'm using an approach like this in my fingers holding up like this with some pressure. And again, make sure that this is on before you go to do this, and basically going around with the force of this pressed up against it, and basically that will clean this top surface off. Then just use your finger and make sure that you've got these surfaces smooth, and if you do, you can take it out of the drill. And again, I soak the paper towel again with isopropyl, and I clean off all these surfaces to get the dust off of it so it can be used. And the spindle should also be cleaned with a clean part of the paper towel. And hopefully you're going to have some 3-in-1 oil or other spindle oil to add a little bit before you put this back in place to be used. But basically, once this is clean, the inset on this new acrylic platter should fit just fine and flat. And if it's not flat, go back to the drawing board and see if you've missed anything on these surfaces. But otherwise, it should sit flat and be a nice upgrade for your table. Hopefully that was clear for you. Have a good day.